Your eyes do not deceive you. I am finally sitting down after so many requests and so many Chibis telling me to review this series, give a first impressions on the series, to sit down and watch this series, and after the poll of it curb stomping the competition, I'm here to finally bring you a Kuroko no Basket review or first impressions of the series. This is my first video on this anime series, and this is not going to be my last, because it had a very good start, so to say, to the series. So I've only watched 2 episodes of Season 1, and I felt like that was enough content for me to give an overall first impressions of my thoughts of Kuroko no Basket. And for the most part, I feel like this is going to be a very good series, judging by the way the characters are being introduced, along with the way the setup is doing in these first 2 episodes. It reminds me a lot of Haikyuu. It really does. Like, these first 2 episodes I watched, it really reminds me a lot of the start of Haikyuu, but slightly different. For instance, when it comes to our main male character, Kuroko, he has a different personality from our main male character of Haikyuu, but to see how in this start, like, he has, like, no presence, it really just has a different, unique perspective on the series, especially when you have a character like that. A couple weeks back, I think about 2 weeks back, there was a Gintama episode that had a Kuroko no Basket, like, arc, a parody arc, and I finally understand the jokes from that episode after seeing these first 2 episodes. Like, I understand majority of all the jokes now that was in that Gintama episode, or that parody arc of Kuroko no Basket, and yeah, I like it. So, Kuroko so far, I don't know what to say. Like, it definitely has a lot of potential to be very, very, very good. I know there's 3 seasons, so of course the series has a lot of popularity. It definitely must be good for it to have 3 seasons and warrant 3 seasons, so it's definitely selling well. When it comes to terms of the animation quality, I think this series, Kuroko no Basket, came out in 2012. I think that's when Season 1 came out. If so, the animation quality looks pretty damn good. Like, it really curb stomps a lot of things from the recent seasons of anime. It really does. Like, the animation quality looks really good, solid. And I don't think I really saw any derps either, actually. If I think about it, usually when I see an anime, I can point out the derps when it comes to facial expressions of the characters in the backgrounds, but I didn't see much of those. And so, the only thing I could really say that it comes to the animation that's kind of bad is some usages of CGI. For instance, when it came to the basket moving with the CGI, or when it came to the vehicles in the background, that was the only time I think the animation wasn't the best. So, overall though, animation very solid when it comes down to the point of the matches and what I saw so far demonstrated to me in these first 2 episodes. So, what is this series about? If you still have no idea what this series is about, I guess I should, let you know. It's a basketball sports anime, and I'm not really knowledgeable when it comes to sports anime. I've said it many times before, I only recently started watching sports anime. For instance, like, I can count the number of series that's sports on my hands. Like, I think Haikyuu, Ping Pong, Yowamushi Pedal, and then now this, and Baby Steps. So yeah, like, only 5 series I have kind of watched. Oh yeah, and Chihaya Furu. That's also a kind of a sports series. So yeah, Chihaya is slightly sports. So I guess 6. Let's just say 5 or 6 series I watched when it comes to sports. I think that's everything. I think that is. But regardless of that, see, I haven't watched much sports anime at all. So yeah, it's a kind of a fresh experience for me, because majority of the sports anime I have seen has been very realistic, and I've been told that Kuroko no Basket isn't the most realistic sports, so it's definitely going to be a different take to the sports genre for me, because I personally watched a lot of the realistic type takes on sports anime, because, Yowamushi Pedal to, I guess, Baby Steps. Baby Steps, oh my god, I love Baby Steps. So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how Kuroko no Basket handles some of these elements that might not be as 100% realistic as some of the other series, but I'm still looking forward to it. That doesn't mean this series is going to be bad. I'm really looking forward to seeing how it handles itself along with the story. The big thing here is, when it comes to the sports anime series, like when it comes to these type of series, it comes down to the characters if you really enjoy this series or not. Like, that's something I've really noticed when it comes to this genre of anime, because usually when it comes to the plot, it's just characters wanting to get to the Inter-High, get to Nationals, and win. That's pretty much what the main goal is on almost every single sports anime I have seen thus far. And so it's not really much different or diverse between the goals. I think the main reason what really spices these type of anime series up is the characters. So I'm really hoping that the cast of characters that we get in Kuroko no Basket is going to be very entertaining, going to have some really good personalities to them, characterization. I'm just looking forward to seeing what type of characters we have, because so far, only 2 characters really had the spotlight, and Kagami and Kuroko are like the only characters with the spotlight in the series thus far in episode 2, and I guess you could say Kisei, one of the Generation of Miracles, got the spotlight at the end of episode 2, but at the moment, we don't really know much of his characterization, so I can't really go into that. So at the moment, only 2 characters are really shining, so hopefully the other teammates get their own personal characterization, along with them being able to shine in the spotlight besides our main characters. Hopefully the entire team that is going to be trying to go to the Inter-High Nationals is going to be the main character. Like, I hope everybody's the main character, not just, you know, like one specific character. So regardless of that, overall, first impressions, very solid series. Like, I'm entertained, and that's all I ask. If I'm entertained, I'm happy, and it did that job. It definitely accomplished that job. I don't know if I'm going to continue to like it as much as I am, or if I'm going to love it even more. I have no idea, because I haven't seen the series, and I don't know much about it at all. I've only heard bits and pieces of this series. Like, I heard that the manga ended a long time ago, like about 7 months ago. I think the manga ended, maybe 6 months ago. I know the manga ended very recently, like in less than a year. And so, I know Season 3 is going to be wrapping up the entirety of Kuroko no Basket, and I think that's why the majority of Chibits are wanting me to actually sit down and review this series, because the series is about to be wrapping up and coming to an end, and you guys want to see my impressions of the series, I guess, before the series is said and done, completely done for, you know, years to come. So that's about it. I mean, that's my first impressions. I don't know the format I'm going to be using for reviewing this series. I have no idea. I might review individual matches of this series. For instance, when I start getting into matches, like, you know, how I'm guessing it's going to have matches, like, focused against other teams, because it's obviously a sports anime. I might review individual matches, or I might review the entire season. It really comes down to the content that is in this series. So, we'll have to see. It just depends on what really catches my eye while I am reviewing this. If it's too damn good, most likely just going to binge watch it completely, and I'll be like, fuck, I couldn't review it. So, we'll just see. We'll have to see. So, anyways, you all have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.